police shot him?
Yeah, in front of his son. Violating his dignity. I'm gonna get him. For all of us. For life.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love For Life, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about For Life Season 2, Episode 7. This is the recap. Now, I'm going to try my best to go over all the key facts. If I miss anything, you guys let me know. And in this episode, you saw a change in the show. The focus now is more on what's going on in our world today. Of course, COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, a lot of social injustice. We saw that in this episode. So we're definitely going to talk about that. You guys let me know exactly how you felt about the episode. Very touching and emotional episode. Now we begin this episode with the story of Andy and his son and his family. Of course, just watching the very beginning, you can already tell what's about to go down. You know he's going to get shot. Now, I believe that Andy's character is probably based off Jacob Blake. We know he was shot and paralyzed. So I'm really believing that's who they wanted to portray this character after. But you know he was going to get bad news once they pulled him over. Now, they didn't actually show us what happened after that. They kind of cut it off and we found out later, right? Now, we get to Jasmine, and apparently, you know, Ronnie's parents want the baby to get baptized and stuff like that. They're not really that religious and stuff like that, so they have to make a decision if that's something that they want to do. Marie, of course, still not able to come in the house because she's working at the hospital. She does not want to risk bringing COVID-19 or anything like that, so she has to stay away just for a little bit. But you can tell that Aaron wants her around. He wants her to be there, a part of the family. And then we get to Jasmine in a very emotional scene, man, because we already know what happened to George Floyd, and just her body language alone, I mean, it brought back those memories, man. It brought back those times of how sad this story really was, to see a man, you know, be taken out by law enforcement in over 8 minutes. You want to sit up here and treat this man like that? Of course, it was very emotional. Now, this is something that hit Jasmine very hard. Of course, she agreed to go out there and protest, and she wanted to do this in a peaceful way. Now, Aaron is he's kind of nervous because he don't want nothing to happen to his daughter. He knows the risk of this, and he wants to ask Ronnie what's going on. Now, Ronnie says, look, this is all Jasmine, man. I'm not really trying to be out here like that. I am trying to support, but Jasmine is on one. I mean, they was out there longer than Aaron wanted them to be out there. And you got the whole COVID-19 going on. So, of course, he is very worried. Jasmine said, look, I have to do what I have to do for me and for my son. Like I said, this episode definitely put in what we are seeing in the world today. Now, Sophia, she returns once again, and she wants Aaron to take on this whole Andy case. We find out more details about it, of course, and we know he was shot. Like I told you guys, they did not show us that at the very beginning, but we could all assume that's what happened. And Aaron, he's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, right? He does want to help, right? This is something that he does want to do after looking up more information about him. He said, you know what? Maybe I should go and check him out. Maybe I should go and show some support and maybe give him some type of advice. Now, Aaron is pissed off because he goes there and he sees Andy and he has handcuffs and he's strapped to the bed. I mean, this guy cannot do anything at all. Like I told you guys, this is the whole Jacob Blake storyline, in my opinion. I mean, it makes sense to me, right? And Aaron's like, look, I have to figure out a way to get you out of here, man. Of course, Andy tells him the whole story of what happened, about what the police did. I mean, you shot him there right in front of his son. Of course, we know this is what happens. I mean, you see it time and time again on the news every other day or every other month. It's always something going on with law enforcement, right? And dirty cops. Now, we get back to Jasmine, and she's having some disagreements with Ronnie because Ronnie's like, look, we can't keep doing this. We have to, think about what we are doing. And of course, Jasmine does not necessarily agree. And also, Jasmine tells Ronnie, look, I don't even agree with my son being baptized and stuff like that. we are not that religious. I mean, they're having some issues, right? You know, they're a young couple. They're going to get through this, but they do have some small issues. Now, Aaron, he goes to court. He's trying to figure out what he can do to get Andy off these handcuffs. He's been cuffed to this bed for over 13 days. No arraignment or anything. I mean, he has to be let go. You at least have to let those handcuffs go. And of course, they are trying to defend this and talking about we had special circumstances, the whole COVID-19 thing. I mean, all of these useless excuses does not make any sense at all. The judge says, look, I will make my decision later on. And then Aaron gets the call from Jasmine. They find out that Ronnie has been arrested at one of the protests. Some things went down. And of course, Jasmine is very upset. She's very sad. Ronnie's father, he's talking to Aaron and lets him know, like, look, it's going down, man. So Aaron lets him know, look, I will be there to try to do whatever I can to get the kid out. And Ronnie's never been arrested at all. Of course, he tell Aaron more details about what happened. He says a guy was throwing a rock or whatever. And he asked them to stop. Next thing you know, cops came swarming in. They got in Jasmine's face. Ronnie tried to protect. I mean, all types of different stuff going on. A lot of the times, over the summer with those protests, a lot of them was peaceful. And a lot of the times, it was people that came in and did some stuff to make those protests get very violent. Now, Sophia is able to come in and help because Aaron is like, look, if I go there and if I defend you, they don't like me. The judge already don't like me, so I'm going to get Sophia to come in and help you. Sophia comes in and she's able to get Ronnie released. And that's a good thing. Good thing that your boy Aaron has that connect. As I always tell you, Sophia, she be the MVP of these episodes, man. Now, Marie, she's talking to one of her patients. She tells the lady, look, I'm going to decide to go back home. I want to be with my family. And the patient, this lady, man, it's kind of sad because especially if you work in the medical field, to see this lady, she's very sad, and you can tell she's not going to make it with the whole COVID thing. But she tells Marie, look, go home, be with your family. Don't worry about me. And you can just tell the look on her face, like, man, very, very emotional episode for real. Now Aaron goes and he tells Andy, look, I couldn't do anything about the handcuffs, man. They're going to continue to keep you on them. I'm going to try my best to continue to fight. And of course, Andy just appreciates Aaron for even trying. And everything seemed cool. It didn't seem like nothing was wrong with Andy. He had a good conversation with Aaron. Of course, his family, his son and his wife was there. Aaron ends up leaving. And then later on in the night, he gets a call. And they say that Andy is in critical condition. Apparently, they say like he had some type of blood clot in the head or something like that. He was losing oxygen and stuff like this. Aaron, he can't believe it. He's like, really? You know what I'm saying? Then they decide to remove the handcuffs. I mean, the guy is pretty much done for. Now you want to remove the handcuffs? I mean, it is too late. And Aaron is having one last conversation with Andy. Of course, he's unconscious. He's out of it, right? And Aaron just feels very bad. He's like, man, I can't believe this is happening. Of course, his wife comes in another very emotional scene. She does not want to say goodbye to Andy at all. I mean, he has a son, a 7-year-old son, and now this guy, is going to be gone. He's going to be taken away because these officers shot him in the back. And now Aaron is like, man, okay. He's taking this very personal now. He wants to get back. He wants to prove a point, right? So he goes to talk to, General Attorney Burke to try to get some answers, to try to get an investigation on the whole police department, on what happened. At least the officers that was involved in this shooting, they want to get some answers and they want him to press the attack. Of course, he makes up all these different excuses. Aaron and Henry tell him, well, if you don't do it, it's going to be look bad on you. All this is going to come back on you at the end of the day. Now, Aaron is having a conversation with Ronnie's father. Of course, he's talking about how you do so much good in the world and still bad things happen to you. It's just sad. And Aaron tells him, yeah, you know what? But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this personal. I'm going to get them back for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, for everything that's going on. I'm going to take it personal. This is the motivation that Aaron needs to try to fight this case. And that's exactly what he did, right? Now, Aaron did have a conversation with Andy's wife about her going and having an interview and telling them her statement And of course, she says, look, they shot a man in front of his 7-year-old son. There's no way he was trying to resist any type of arrest. He wasn't trying to do anything, and justice must be served. And then we get to your boy, Spencer Richardson. He puts more pressure on General Attorney Burke and tells him, look, you need to do this or there will be problems. And, your position may be up if you decide that you're not going to do anything about it. So, of course, he says, look, I want a special prosecutor, Aaron Wallace. So now Aaron is going to be the one fighting this case for Andy, and it's going to get ugly. I'm telling you right now, it's going to get ugly, especially in this next episode. In this episode, it ends off with, of course, Ronnie and Jasmine's baby getting baptized, as well as the funeral of Andy, which is very sad because you're getting, new life, a new beginning, and then you're getting death, especially in these circumstances. It's very sad. I mean, like I told you guys, we have a family that's lost their father and a husband. It's very sad, and we see this time and time again every day. But Marie is back. The family is back together. They need to bond. They need to come together, pull through, because it's going to be tough with everything going on, the whole COVID thing. For Life has taken a different approach on this. I've been reading the comic section. I know a lot of people, and I'm just being 100% honest, a lot of people don't necessarily like the new approach. They liked how it used to be when Aaron was locked up. A lot of people feel like the show was more, I would say, interesting when he was locked up, fighting to get out, fighting the system, all the different things that was going on while he was locked up. People love that version of For Life. So once Aaron is released, now it's a new story. It's new different things going on. And some of the fans, they kind of saying, look, I kind of miss the old way. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would say, liked how it was more when he was locked up. The show to me was more interesting. I'm not saying what's going on now, and it's not. I think what they're doing now is solid, but I did like when he was locked up more. The story just popped more, in my personal opinion. But we got to see how it all ends out. I think it's still going to be a solid show. It's going to definitely have a great ending. And I'm going to continue to watch it. I'm just eager to see how it's all going to end. But you guys let me know, man. What do you think of this episode? Like I said, if I miss anything, you guys let me know. I will continue to get you guys ready for episode 8 next week. It's about to get crazy, man. Your boy Aaron is back, and he's going to have a whole lot of pressure now. And I got a feeling he's going to have way more enemies coming his way. And those politicians, they be on one, man. They be doing all types of dirty things. So Aaron has to prepare himself for what's to come. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will continue to give you guys more For Life content in the future. But it's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.